Hello everyone and welcome back to ESL Pro League live from the Intel eSports Arena. You're locked in and ready to go with our final matchup of the night. We're going to see AGO stepping back in for another game, but this time versus HellRaisers, Ben. Will they be raising some hell tonight though?
Well, so far they have been. They 2-0'd Space Loaders on the A stream just now, and that actually puts them in a really good position to delve into that playoff positions rather. Overtaking teams maybe like G2, we didn't mention them. We always think about FaZe because that's the team, you know, they're still getting results. G2, we're always thinking they're being a bit iffy, results here and there. But FaZe are the big one. If HellRaisers were to win both games tonight, they would actually leapfrog all the way into 6th.
Which would be crazy as well, meaning that they force some other teams down below them, leaving them in quite a horrible predicament. This could be huge for HellRaisers, a team that currently, I think it's fair to say, is actually going from strength to strength. Obviously, secured themselves legend status at the major, looking pretty good from that point onwards, and finally looking for a break, it feels like. This roster's really been through some turmoil, now hoping to, you know, make their mark.
Yeah, it's quite fortunate if you think about the last Pro League season, because they actually did make it to the playoff spots. However, because of visa issues, they were not able to go. This time, obviously, they're hoping to secure that because it is, you know, it's in Odense, so it's not the same as going to the US. It's a bit easy to actually get into that sort of situation, and they're in a good position to do it. However, the question is, can they defeat AGO? The AGO, we just saw them. The first map was good for them.
Yes.
However, the second map, they fell apart a bit. And the worrying part is, we're now going to be on Inferno and Dust 2. Both maps that were played between these two teams at DreamHack Masters Stockholm. And in that matchup, HellRaisers absolutely destroyed them. It was only 8 rounds won for AGO.
And that's the scary factor, because these are the exact same maps they're now playing now. And, you know, if you've only been able to pick up a possible 8 out of the, you know, the wins that we've seen now on 2 maps, that's a horrific amount. Obviously, things should be different now. AGO, they seem like they've been improving. They looked good earlier versus Fnatic, obviously faltering on train, but you can't win everything. Going into this matchup, though, the worrying factor is they've just suffered a loss, where HellRaisers are coming in high off of a win. Yeah,
they have 2 wins as well. And that's Space Loaders, a team that they, if you think about the standings, they were sat in 8th, Space Loaders were in 9th. It was a must-win if either team wanted to go to the playoffs, and HellRaisers have pushed themselves into that spot. They're ready to take advantage now. The question is, will AGO be able to get that last stand in, I feel like? Because this is, they're now in a situation where they're dead bottom by a good few points. They need to be able to get some wins on the board. Yeah,
they need to try and secure a victory here. And hopefully they can achieve that today, as we are almost ready to delve into the action and kick this one off. Both teams are ready. It's going to be HellRaisers facing off versus AGO. And we'll be jumping into the action here, Ben, on the opening map.
Yeah, so the first map will be Inferno. We've seen HellRaisers on this map a number of times so far this season. Not too much for AGO, but it's not a bad map for them anyway. The last time it was 16-6, so this was the closer of the 2 maps in that previous matchup. And that is not a good start of your PHR. They planned a double nade for his peak. Straight off the bat, that's an anti-strat.
Yeah, they were prepared for that one. AGO really going to come back to bite them as the initial damage comes through. They're able to loot his corpse as well and see if he had anything worthwhile scavenging. And that'll actually be Woxic stealing his USP.
You see the execute coming in. Smoke towards CT, smoke towards Coffin. Furlan, the only man in the site. Sparrow separated by the smokes. Furlan, he needs to get a lot of kills here, I feel. Unfortunately, not able to get anything.
3 players that remain now on that AGO side. They've locked down the site control. The rotate's going to be coming back around. Dead Fox and Co. just holding the angles, ready to go for the peek out. Seeing if they can blow this one wide open. Sparrow slowly approaches, gets detected, and Issa will be able to shut him down with the Glock. There's a trade from Grubby, but quickly they will make fast work of him. Angel finding that kill, meaning that HellRaisers pick up the opening round and only suffer 1 actual casualty. So nicely played from them.
Yeah, it's a very well composed round, not overstepping any boundaries. And hopefully they're planning to pull that in from the previous matches, of course. Try and build from the previous wins that they had today. AGO, on the other hand, it's a pretty disappointing pistol. Obviously, it starts off with PHR getting absolutely naded. Like, I don't think there was even a need for pistol shots because the second grenade blew up after he died anyway. But that was just an actual stab at him towards the death. But HellRaisers, they do go for the 4 AK buy. Dead Fox, the only man with an SMG. So he will be the man who needs to scout for them. So you can see he's the only one pushing up towards mid. There's some cover with him. But that's mainly just to add a little bit more firepower behind him in case there was a stack, for example. Worrying about for AGO, obviously, they haven't really bought anything into this round. And HellRaisers staying grouped. Looks like B will be the target, though, based on the fact that Angel is holding towards Banana. Although, it's a tempting fate a bit, though. He's sticking towards this side of the map. 2 players in pit. One of them in the pit there, he has tagged. That's an awkward point. You can barely see the head. Dead Fox finally gets involved in this Mac 10.
Leaping in towards this B-bomb site. They don't fully clear it, so PHR is actually able to stay alive and keep in position. However, he can't find anything. Won't cause an upset with that USP, as he will go down in the end there. Issa tides up the last 2 men as well. And that will be the 2-0 from HellRaisers. But here we have AGO reinvesting now, as the M4s will be coming out. Quite a few silenced M4s being brought to the table there as well. One on Grubby and one on Caper.
Yeah, they've been very willing to have them. And Grubby, to be fair, even on situations where he needs, well, you would probably think an M4A4 would do better, he's been able to get the spray and actually control his aim very, very well. It's a good nade to start the round there as well by Caper.
Early aggressive play here from HellRaisers towards top Banana, as they do begin to make their move up to try and attack towards this B site. It's going to be Furlan and PHR in position. Furlan left on 40 HP as he gets tagged up very early on. PHR tries to trade it back, finds 1 kill, nearly the adjustment, but Angel will deal with him.
Yeah, Furlan already low. PHR quite unfortunate to only get the 1 there. And Angel tagged a bit by his teammates more and unfortunately forced the spray by Furlan. So it's a 1-man advantage for AGO. However, you can see Issa, he was planning to get involved with this lurk. I'm surprised he actually pushes further in. It's now a 1v4 for Bondic. Furlan has done very well with his spam through the smoke here, and he's trying to make a play, Bondic, but asking a bit much right there. Does fall. And HellRaisers, whilst it was a 4v4 onto the site, they got quite unfortunate in terms of lining themselves up with where the spam was coming through. So AGO do take the round, and if you think about only 1 death, that's not too bad.
Counter-terrorists win.
It's gone well for them. Can they keep it up though? Or will they be reset? Is there going to be an instant bite back from HellRaisers? Do you have the bite coming back through? It's actually going to be a pause as well. Tactical pause for AGO.
That felt quite late into the first there as well.
Yeah.
And at the time, they hadn't actually got the weapon on the player that had fallen. So I was originally thinking that they would have given more time or thinking about who needs to get the drop down, but it might be just a case of using their spawns differently. Yeah. Either way, very early pause from them. Just think about that there as well. They've got 4 AKs on the side of AGO. All 4 players that did live get an AK for that actual success in the round. So from that pause, they actually go for the 3 players towards Banana. You can see there, Sparrow, Furlan, and I believe it is PHR. Smoke going to be landing towards the bottom from Sparrow. After that, the take should be coming through. Molotov's coming in. Dead Fox puts that out. However, AGO not able to actually get control of Banana. That nade was beautiful though. A lot of damage being exchanged there.
PHR gets 1, Angel will trade it, Furlan able to respond. It's the trade game right now though, Ben. Equally getting picks on either side as they're going for this aggressive push in towards the B site. However, they've dialed it back a little bit, just holding for the meantime. Sparrow rotates around, Issa is clearing over towards the A site and trying to fake it as well. He has kept 2 players there. It does mean Sparrow has a lot to do. Has a Molotov and a flashbang, so he could Molotov it on the push, potentially.
The crazy bit is there was 2 smokes actually on the floor there for HellRaisers if they want to use them. Sparrow got a Molotov in, but I think it's going to be too late. The players should be through that. And they actually put it out due to having the excess smokes. However, clearing the site is still quite difficult. Woxic does not care. Sparrow takes it straight down.
Yeah. Attacks him, finds the frag instantly. This is where it gets to a position as well where do you even really want to run the risk and go for this? There's a 2 versus 3. Bomb is down. Caper going to flash over so they can get the control towards Ruins. They will push in. Grubby could potentially bite off more Nikachu here. Peeks in. The Garden player will make quick work of him as he pulls the weeds out. Looks for some more as well. Going to tidy it up. Nice bit of gardening done there by Woxic. That'll actually be a 4K for him as well, Ben.
Yeah, very strong round from him, landing the shots that were needed. And AGO, you can see the money. 4 players that did live on that first round, they did win. A lot more healthy economically. However, Grubby, he was the player that actually gave the drop across. Or rather, he took the hit. He gave an AK across to PHR and bought himself an M4. So AGO willing to let this round go. Not much investment in. 3 armor. And some side armors being bought. But you've got to be thinking this should be 4-1 in favor of HellRaisers. What's it carrying on? I think he's got 8 kills already to this game. It'll be interesting to see what Issa actually does on the other side of the map, because it looks like he's got a heavy lurk role in the way that HellRaisers play Inferno. We obviously saw it on the Antico, he stayed towards that A site when they went B. Even on the first buy round, he was trying to lurk through Arch later on. Sparrow. Taking his chances a bit, staying quite close to Arch there. And that's where the push will come through.
Yeah, beautiful stuff as they're picking up these frags. Angel and Bondit get a kill apiece. Sparrow goes for the backstab, peeks out with the 5-7, but can't quite find the frag. He's going to be brought down fairly low, left on just 23 HP as Angel swings out and annihilates him. PHR, 1P250 in play. He gets 1 headshot as well. We'll be able to try and scavenge the AK, but the spam comes back through as Issa will kill him through the wall. And HellRaisers win that round.
Yeah, somewhat expected in regards to how much investment there was from the AGO side. You couldn't really expect too much. However, now they do go for that buy. So you can see the AWP on Sparrow. It was quite impactful when he did have it on the train game, but it was more he had 1 really good round, and then after that it was decreasing from then onward. Ideally looking to get a level consistency, and that grenade was fantastic as well. Furlan's been doing really well with his HGs towards Banana. That's 2 players already on below half. So just with that simple 1 smoke use, they've actually got a smoke away from the B site players, but that smoke that I believe PHR threw it didn't look like it covered the whole entrance, and he's actually going aggressive here as well. Peeks into Dead Fox, doesn't get the kill but gets information it's only 1 player. On the other side of the map though, we saw HellRaisers taking mid control, they got brackets control and they have banana control. So from here, they can do whatever they want, they've got decent grenades to do so. It's all a matter of what do they decide to do. Sparrow's up on Arch, might be a big player into this one. So he's been fully smoked off of the archway. However, it looks like they might actually just smoke him off then, commit to this squash onto the A site. Grubby's trying to make the play towards quad side. He's actually unable to do so. He gets 1. Surely not a second, though.
Ooh, Woxic. Follow-up headshot, trades it back. Caper with a free K coming out now from that M4, and it's all on Woxic, but he can't achieve it. Furlan takes him down as he will be able to overthrow him. It will go 4-2.
The fact that Caper was able to get 3 kills from Pit just then with the Sandstorm 4, like he obviously influenced the mini-pit push. But the players who were pushing through mini-pit will probably be quite disappointed that their teammates were not there to support them. Like, there was no crunch on that situation. It was more one side pushing in, then delayed the other side. It does very well to get 3, especially with that M4A1S. Only 20 bullets available, of course. And AGO going for 3 towards Banana. Sparrow primarily going for the peak. And he misses, though. That first shot miss. Molotov will get the play out of sandbags. PHR is taking so long to get rid of it. He actually stays down in the corner. The Molotov's not spread. That's quite bizarre.
Yeah, this has not gone well. 5 versus 4 into this round. HellRaisers stuck behind the flames, but Woxic still shooting strong then. Gets the connection, brings it back into the equal situation now as well. A lovely headshot against PHR there. They've still got a lot of time to play with. Just hitting that minute mark now.
It's a very big kill to find, especially as they couldn't originally trade that Dead Fox kill. 4v4, looks like an Aps burst will be the call by Angel. He has that 1 smoke and he has a single flash, but it looks like he's not even going to smoke, he's just going to flash. They're going straight out. Here comes the bush and Grubby, he has to fall back all the way.
Yeah, flashes soaring across. Issa goes down, Bondic with a connection. Eliminates Grubby. Furlan is able to do damage as well, and it is all on Woxic in a 1 versus 3 here to bail them out. 35 seconds on the clock as time starts to tick away. Tags up Caper, but Caper will decimate him.
So that A-site defense proving to be quite strong from AGO here. They're holding back the pushes that keep coming, even in pushes where they probably shouldn't have the upper hand. You can see HellRaisers, the money's not quite there anymore. Boxic will actually buy an AK, as well as Kevlar and Helmet, so it looks like their force buy is not fully in. 2 players buying, the rest of them not. So slightly confusing there from them. And that's another fantastic grenade. Furlan must have so much damage thus far this game. The pop flash comes through. So they're hoping that Woxic can get the opening kill, and straight from that Issa, the only one with the smoke, has to be the one to smoke CT or something when they try and go in. This nade actually might kill Deadfox. Just beyond there. They fully walked in, that flash should allow them to get a kill, but Woxic trades it immediately. And Furlan caught the grenades in his hand.
Smoke's going to go down, being tagged up. Furlan has got 76 HP, as he will try and retreat to a better angle, but Issa frags him. Deadfox as well, able to overthrow Sparrow, and it just falls on to Grubby and Caper. Deadfox missing the shot with the AWP, Grubby will transfer it back. Uppercuts him with the AK, so it's a 2-on-3, it's a retake that is possible. Grubby tries to make his move, assaulting them, Ben. Overthrows the defender of the garden, that's Woxic, done and out. Trying to bag him and tag him as he gets aggressive here. They do outfrag him. The Glock on Bondic proving too much to handle, but Caper will be able to retake this. Has to recover the bomb though. A little bit confused about where it is. Eventually we'll discover it. And it's going to go 4-4. These rounds, very tight.
The fact that that round was close is kind of ridiculous though, I feel. Like the fact that the flash came in for Furlan right over the top. And he blinds every single player there other than Woxic who was playing anti-flash fine. But they should be doing a lot better though. That is a round where there was only 2 purchases on the HellRaisers side. Like Issa and Woxic were the only ones who spent money on armor, a Tech 9 smoke and an AK. That was it. And they still got into a 1v1 situation. It's kind of crazy, really. All tied up there. AGO, the rounds are being very costly. And Caper, it's building on his confidence straight down mid here. Surely he won't be able to get anything there. Lack of cover from his teammates there, perhaps. Sparrow does get the trade eventually, but it's a very poor death to lose to start off the round from AGO. Could have been much better. So the fact that banana control was completely achieved, they're actually going to push it even further. Flash misses. That's an easy kill. The flash way too far, really. Means that Furlan is the only player there. It was a play they probably didn't need to make, so 4v4. Like, it's not in dire need that you need to get some information. There's still a minute left. And it gives HellRaisers an opportunity here. See Bondic doing the mid control. Angel supporting it a bit, at least making some noise for it. But Banana's going to be the aim.
Furlan waiting for them to walk their way up towards him. Oh, Angel peeks out, finds Furlan, but will go down. He's not actually going to be able to pick that one up, so they can now swarm in, take control of the B bomb site here, Ben, and begin to lock it down, which is quite worrying.
Especially as you can see, the save call's already been made. Normally Issa would be the one on the other side of the map, however. He is already down. Bondic replacing him. Sparrow has that warp in the apartments, I believe. Bondic will be challenging that there. Hard peek, but he does actually get it. Will be last man alive. He only has $350. And this M4A1S. Not for much longer though. And look at the money on AGO. These rounds they won were very close. And it means that they're pretty much stuck on an eco here, really. They could probably wait one round and get a buy-in next, just to be slightly better. But you risk HellRaisers then building a bank. I'm kind of interested to know how much utility damage Furlan has. 318! That's 9 rounds. He's averaging over 30 a round right now.
That's actually crazy how much damage he's done there.
And the other player on the site was PHR too. He had 90 himself. So just on average, they were putting out about 35 damage. Or actually, even more than that. Just towards the banana actual default. Mostly Deadfox. HellRaisers though, they have actually gone for a more Wolfpack style of play here. PHR might be on the front end of an absolute gang around this corner.
Ooh, is he going to be able to end the gang warfare? Finds one kill, immediately retreats and reshuffles around to a better angle to take a second jab at them, Ben. But they will smoke him off. This actually helps him out as well. He can play in the smoke and then just backstab. Oh, Ben, he gets 1 and 2. That's 3 kills into the round. He's still not done yet. 4 frags for PHR and the bomb control. He can also recover the AK if he wants or stick to the deagle. Oh, no. He's got it in the end.
That's another awkward smoke, though. It's gone a bit too far. Like, he'll be able to retrieve this bomb, but they've already pushed up quad behind him. And that's just poor from HellRaisers. Like, they made the correct call going as a group.
Yeah.
However, that smoke, you have to get in the library. You have to. Otherwise, you risk a situation like that. PHR saves the round for AGO. HellRaisers, a frustrating one to lose. That's for sure. 60, yes, he actually passed the gun across to someone. I'm not too sure who. Means he only has a deagle with a flash and that's it. Angel pushing down towards Banana. The Molotovs have come through, but Sparrow, he's actually sat in the Molotov. Takes 40 damage for that. It's a full battle of utility at Banana so far this game. The worrying bit for HellRaisers is that they've got only 2 smokes and the 1 flash. Wherever they go, they kind of need to win the aim battle. Thankfully, they have 4 AKs to help that. But you can't help but feel like if a Molotov were to come in as they went in, it could be bad news.
Could be very awkward indeed. Triple threat towards mid as well, making their move as they're going to attempt to go for the wraparound arch side. Furlan is there. They drop the double smoke. They'll be a bit paranoid about this. They got absolutely destroyed the last time they were in this area, so definitely going to be getting some flashbacks of that previous round. Furlan just waits. It depends on how he actually opts to play this as well. Bomb's starting to rotate back around now. He's gone for the gamble, Ben. He's run over towards the B site. This is going to be a 5 versus 2 on A.
The fact that a single smoke has pulled them away. There is only 25 seconds left at least. Furlan, he must be thinking this has to be an A-site push. But the players are in pit. It's hard to get rid of them when they're there. And Furlan, that's even worse when he denies the push already. This attack, it worked perfectly in terms of a fake, but they just aren't winning the firefights when they need to.
No. You saw the 2 players that pushed into CT. Furlan just destroyed them both in a matter of seconds. Looked very easy. Pretty one-sided there for the CTs, really. I mean, they allowed the Ts to get into a good position, but when it came to the actual fight, they just completely destroyed them. And now HellRaisers are out of cash. And this one should be another pickup for AGO, getting themselves a 7th round, but already nearly beating that average from their previous matchup.
Yeah, they have actually got the same amount of rounds they had on Inferno last time. So well, that was a really nice run boost. Straight, not even needing to crouch and reset up. They just straight up, the fact that the floor is slightly off, it means that they're able to do it. But they're just straight running into Banana. Like, such a gap between the first player and the second there. Just a death on its own, really. Very disjointed attack from HellRaisers.
Dead Fox as well goes for the peek around, comes off a couple of warning shots there as he tries to get the initial frag. Dead Fox just facing it, spamming off a few shots here and there with the Glock, but not really getting anything from it.
Okay, he saw a little shoulder peek out. However, the last man on the site actually is Grubby. Sparrow very far behind him. He's being overwhelmed, but thankfully he's so good with his Silencio M4A1S and should deal with the push completely. He seems very calm when he uses the actual M4A1S. Compared to some players, they'll instantly spray it. He seems to do it in kind of taps. And HellRaisers feel the need to report, and I'm not too surprised that every time they've gone to that A bomb site, it's gone wrong. The only time they seem to win rounds is towards that B site. And the worrying part is, to get to that B site, they have to go through an absolute artillery squad at Banana.
It's been good from the Polish side right now. HellRaisers need to try and reinvigorate themselves. They're actually going to pick this one up. Struggling a bit on the T side here. This scoreline could bound out of control as well. Still a few more rounds in this half to go, though. Off the back of this pause, the buy will be coming out. Looks like AKs across the board there for the HellRaisers.
Yeah, full AKs. We've only got 3 smokes available, 2 Molotovs. Not a fantastic position to be in. Although AGO, they did commit 3 players towards Banana. Sparrow being the main impact player on that Banana situation, who's having the up. And they're actually going to rotate Furlan off. This is the first time that HellRaisers have not shown presence towards Banana when they've gone triple Banana on the AGO side. And it means they're able to leave Sparrow there. He's the only man there now. HellRaisers have little to no information on Banana, other than the fact that there were 2 Molotovs used. It's a very scary round for them. So HellRaisers get mid control. However, from this, you can see Issa trying to line up smoke, not quite sure where to line up with now. Does throw it in the end, as well as a flashbang. Ooh. And then they're trying to repressure towards Banana. There's only 45 seconds left. That smoke delays them, but they're actually having to commit through it. And Sparrow, he's made the commit to actually fight this.
Sparrow trying to get the frags. Ben will only pick up 1 before he goes down. Bondic trades it back with the AK headshot, and that is the B site completely open. It is theirs for the taking, and they'll be licking their lips as they begin to gain control. Furlan rotates back around, spots them out, gets the tag initially there, leaves Dead Fox on 73 HP. As AGO are trying to go for the brave play on the retake. So 4 on 4. Slow and steady will win the race here as the backstab is developing as well. PHR slowly makes his move up. Banana, in the meantime, all of the frags have been picked up there. The T's popping off into that round. Issa and Bondic slaughtering, especially Bondic with a huge impact that time around. And that means it does go 7-6, Ben. So HellRaisers starting to get this close at the half.
It's a big round to pick up, especially as they had quite low investment of capability, not many utility options for them. AGO then, plenty of money in the bank means they can get the open play from Sparrow. However, it looks like it's much faster mid-peak coming from Woxic, and he actually gets it. That's so aggressive. It's a much better start to the round for HellRaisers. And that A-site defense though, it's been very strong from Cape and Grubby. The issue is, you don't want to force the issue and send 5 players into that firing range. So they're trying to slow it down here and see if they can force a rotate from one of the B-side players, which PHR has done. But Dead Fox actually wins that firefight just by jumping into the crosshair of Furlan. Kind of crazy.
Bit weird, yeah. I mean, he's been able to win that one, I guess. So play coming in once again. B-site is going to be rinse and repeat hit. So smoke goes down, smoke's cross. You're in the site, you've got control. It's a welcome out there for you. That'll be the bomb going down, Ben, and at this point, AGO have to decide whether or not they just want to save it, and it might be worth just clutching onto these weapons and trying to get the advantage at the half, because a retake here is very unlikely.
Yeah, PHR grabs that AWP for Sparrow next round. It will be the last round of the half. We are going to be tied up at 7-7. Sparrow can drop an M4 across to PHR. Furlan, he'll be hoping for something from one of his teammates. But the worrying bit is, he's one of the Banana players and he kind of relies on the utility, so we might see him with like a UMP or something. The crazy bit is that round started off purely off of Woxic having a very good spawn. Yeah. And just going straight for that mid peak, so aggressive.
Ooh.
And he's back in the kitchen now as well.
What's he making?
Opening kills.
He's had some tasty ones, to be fair. Yeah. They've been absolutely lovely.
Compliments to the chef. So you can see the drops being put across there. Sparrow gets the AWP back. Furlan, not quite chosen there, we go. UMP, as I expected it to be something where he can still get grenades in. Purely because we saw his utility damage, it was through the roof. However, HellRaisers is finally learning that they can't actually push up to that close wall anymore, as they've been pounding it with grenades.
So, 7-7 here, all tied up. Who will get the advantage at the end of this one? Sparrow does a magic trick and makes Issa disappear, Ben. As you will get into a good position now for the Polish side. Only 4 players remaining for HellRaisers, taking a little bit of damage from the grenade that is launched out as well. So Dead Fox is brought down to 82. PHR also receives a small tag.
He actually ran through the Molotov that was on the corner. Does re-smoke it. The question is, will Woxic be able to catch the kill Although the smoke's slightly different this time. The last time we saw PHR towards the sandbags, Woxic was still able to pick him off. Minute left though. They have to make a decision on which side they want to hit. B has been the most successful for them, that's no doubt. Angel will smoke towards Arch. They're hoping they're able to get some kind of retake, or rotate rather, from one of the AGO players. Instead, Grubby's actually pushed ahead of it. He's got so much info there. He's cleared mid. They should know this is a B push.
Going in for the play. Setting themselves up ready now, but they're actually walking in dry. Going to go for the contact face, but the Molotov is absolutely fabulous. It should deny this, but no. And the falter from Furlan, Ben. That elevated angle, he needed to get more than that. Just the one frag. Leaves it in a 3 versus 3. However, Grubby finds the headshot, eliminates Angel. But if he pushes across here, Woxic in position. Normally, so excellent with the AWP. Gets one. Won't reface for more, but Dead Fox will do the damage.
Very good round from Dead Fox. Obviously, taking advantage of Furlan's error, I think, isn't the bigger thing, right? He missed that spray with the UMP. Probably should have done a lot better. And the B-side defense appears to be the issue for AGO. Like that round, that whole half was just a case of repeat of B-side being taken, and then A-side defense, B-side being taken, A-side defense, just over and over again until HellRaisers realised it's not actually worth going to the A-side because they hold it pretty damn well. So that HellRaisers now get 8 rounds going to the CT side, which I'm not too sure. Would you consider Inferno to be T-side or CT side at the moment? I feel like it's T-side myself.
I think it depends kind of on the team right now. It feels like a lot of teams can actually really just excel on their T side because of the rifles and with the mobility. But yeah, it's definitely not as one-sided as it used to be.
Yeah, it used to be a CT sided, like a solid 10-5 sort of situation.
Yeah. Now we do kind of see these 7-8 halves more commonly, I'd say, than anything else.
Yeah, for a team like HellRaisers, though, I have to think they're normally T-sided, which is why 8-7 doesn't probably sound as good as it should, really. When you've got players like, you know, Angel, for example, he's more of an entry frag at IGL. Normally quite capable at using that AK. Obviously, Woxic was playing quite well. Issa's normally one of the players you would rely on to pop off too, but he's been stuck in that bit of a lurk role for them on this map, which feels quite unusual. He wasn't really able to get much done, but that might be down to the way that they had to play the rounds out.
Well, we'll find out how it is going to develop once we get back in and they flip sides. Now HellRaisers moving on to the CT side. What can they do here? For AGO, they really need to try and reinvigorate themselves, really. Getting points for them would mean so much. They need to try and get out of that water relegation spot because they've put up a good fight in Pro League this season towards the later stages. They've proved they can at least go toe-to-toe with some of the top-tier teams. So to be booted out of the league wouldn't be too fantastic for them.
Yeah, they're one of the teams that you can rely on having at least one upset during the season. And obviously, to lose a team like that, it's kind of disappointing because you would like to think that they improve season upon season. But the fact that they had to make a season or mid-season roster change might have been a big hindrance to their ability.
Oh, here we go. Getting back into the game now as the match will go live. Round 16, second half pistol round. Is this one going to be as much of a bloodbath as we saw in the initial one?
So Furlan gets the grenades, Dead Fox the same with the kit. So Woxic actually does take the peak. A lot of noise for second mid. Angel actually did get some information there as well. So trying to make a lot of noise, trying to sell this idea that we're going quite heavy towards mid. None of the grenades used yet from AGO, and they actually get brackets control without needing to use them. Inferno looks like he's set up the mini pit smoke. Flash are going to come through. It's going to be a heavy push towards that short side.
Yes, sir. Waiting in the pit as the push comes through. Sparrow and Grubby get a killer piece. It is all on Woxic. But that P250 Scorpion is not going to be stinging anyone today, as he will be left dead. And it will just be Dead Fox and Bondic to walk through the round here. Just going to be going for the save. Obviously no reason to lose that armor and kit.
Yeah, very hard to deal with the players when they storm up the quad side like that. We saw Issa's point of view. He didn't really get a chance to get a straight up shot off. Like, there was too many Glocks firing at him, an insta-dink. Makes it very hard to actually fight back. A very clean round from AGO. And a very simple call as well on the pistol, nothing too special. Simply just smoke mini pit, flashes over, and they just storm up. So they get 3 players who can upgrade to head armor at a cost of 350. Which is very nice for the AGO side. On the other side of things, HellRaisers, you get a player who saves Kevlar and a kit as well as 2 slashes. You start to wonder, what can you invest? It looks like they're going to buy into it. Box expends his money. Bondic upgrades as well. So this actually is going to be a force buy for the HellRaisers side. Yeah,
full investment in there. Dead Fox pumping all his cash in at the very last minute, and they will actually roll this and hope to see if this force buy can potentially get them back into the game a bit.
Angel took so much damage from the HE grenade again. Might have been Furlan as well. He's building up that damage so much.
Yeah. Just expanding it. And for the world record of utility damage.
The worrying bit for AGO is you can't really tell if they've bought in until you get contact. Because, as far as you know, that smoke could have been one of the players that saved. And the longer it goes, the more worrying it is as well. Because they'll have to dedicate it to one of the sides. Flash will come through, they'll clear the top. However, I feel like they need to keep another flash there just in case. Dead Fox still has his flash, he uses it to get away. We're getting down to 45 seconds left. Bondic still has a smoke as well. And they're about to boost CT. It looks like the call is to actually go towards the A site, and that could be really bad. There's still 3 players there as well.
Making their move round towards the A site now as they are going to go for this play. Dead Fox in position with a 5-7, waits to try and strike, gets one, nearly the adjustment to the second bend, but goes down. However, they've done so much damage to this T side, and they're killing them. Issa with the drive-by, sprinted. PHR still trying to get the bomb down, as Issa is right there, taking him head on.
You could just see it happening, though. Like, the longer the round played out, you could see AGO didn't have a firm idea on what they wanted to do. They didn't have the grenades to do what they wanted to do. And they were so concerned about the actual stack possibility of that B site. By the time they decided to dedicate towards the A site, the rotate had already come through. Dead Fox, he was originally on that B site. He arrives, gets 1 kill, more damage, and the chaos just ensued. Lots of people falling over across the map for them. And AGO very late to actually get out of the gates here with a spy. See, PHI, even now, he's only just buying. Just finished his buy at 140. So he was close to actually having the buy time run out. Which is kind of crazy to think about.
One minute 30 on the clock. Everyone grouping up towards the A site. It appears to be where they'll be attacking. They have utility. They've got 2 smokes, 5 flashbangs, and 1 HE.
It's going to be a very burst kind of round, I think, from AGO. Worrying bit for them, though. You can see on the map, 4 HellRaisers players on the same site. They've left Bondic alone towards Banana. And it's not even like he's got a fantastic weapon to deal with the push if he's on his own. Just an MP9. Smoke comes in towards Arch. We can see Angel actually rotating back around. I think that is because Bondic did get some pressure from PHR. The push will have to come through. 35 seconds left now.
Dead Fox waiting for the push to come towards him as he holds his angle for the meantime. The MP9 can be mean in close range if you can get the headshots off, but he's going to be running away back. The backstab will now be coming towards him, still flicks up, gets the kill and the headshot on the second man. Woxit goes down, but Issa's there to trade it. Issa, however, completely overwhelmed. Luckily, they had the Guardian Angel to deal with it. Dead Fox going to save the AK and the CZ, and HellRaisers pick themselves up another round.
Only losing 2 players as well. They did recover one of the AKs. AGO do need to eco this one now as well. So despite winning the pistol, they fall into the trap that is the force buy on Inferno. When you are playing that T side, it's a very rough map when it comes to just in general facing into weak buy, because they'll probably just buy smokes over and over again. They'll keep blocking every entrance up. Look how aggressive this Bondic though. There's only 1 player at mid, and that's actually the bomber.
This is keen. If he gets this kill,
It's this way.
No. Ben, he would have seen them setting up. Actually goes back for more. Clears it out. Gets the kill on Grubby. That forces the push to go straight towards them. And with open arms, they get gifted the bomb. Bondic as well, still staying alive. Able to get a full reload off. And the follow-up frag from his MP9 will eliminate PHR. And that is an 11th round now picked up for HellRaisers.
I was wondering, will he keep this MP9? Because he's had it since that second round. When he saved his Kevlar, he kept it. And he actually will drop an AWP across, but he keeps the MP9 himself. He understands, on Banana, you don't exactly need a rifle. Obviously, it would be more advantageous to have one. You do have a lot of close range angles where you can actually excel with just an MP9. Look at this face from Angel, that's outrageous. Battles across the map everywhere, the looks thing. There's just a lot of splitting picks going across the board. Worrying a bit for HellRaisers though. Angel's very low. Caper not as low. It's a 3v3. It's another one of those rounds where the longer it goes, the worse it is for the CT side. Bondic fortunately does still have a smoke. We'll use it now though. And you can see he's actually gone to play very far back. Quite unusual. I'm not too sure what that flashbang was.
A bit weird. Left in the 3 versus 3 here, Ben. 50 seconds on the clock as they're making their move over towards the B site. Bondic is going to be holding as he sits on top of the coffins. Yeah, trying to get vision as the flashbangs come in. He is blind and forced out because of the Molotovs and smoke, but just holds in the close angle. 30 seconds on the timer. Tagged up, brought down to 73 HP, fires back and makes an awful lot of noise. HellRaisers, seeming like they might just be saving this one. Oh, actually, going to switch the weapons over. They're going to go for it. Woxic charges in. Angel has the AWP due to Bogdan's law, and Sparrow's in the close range position to try and punish them. Shots coming by, whizzing past him as he peeks out. Bondic finds the first frag, and surely this is the cue for them to go for it. They need to just try and bound into the site now and go huge. Crossfire looks good, and it's all on Verlan. Shooting over towards the bomb, gets the headshot, kills the diffuser. Angel will trade it, he jumps on, but he has no kit.
It was on the bomb.
Oh.
That's a really unfortunate. Bondic should be able to live just about, but he actually falls. Angel nearly falls as well. That's a really awkward retake.
Yeah.
Like, Furlan's so fortunate, I think, to land the shot perfectly on Woxic. He only shot 3 bullets maybe through that smoke. And Woxic was the one with the kit, and we saw it. When Bondic jumped on it, it was just too late. At the point he realised the AWP or the kit was on the floor. They had no time. And AGO slow out of the gates there again. Some team damage being dealt to Grubby by Furlan.
2 players have to go back to buy.
Absolute chaos. They're leaving those pauses a bit late. If they were to pause, it would have made sense. But I think if you do pause, it guarantees your money looks a bit dodgy. That's for sure. And HellRaisers, they've had so much time. There's been no counteraction towards Banana when they took control. AGO purely towards the mid sort of area. They're hoping that the CTs have no head armor. Unfortunately for them, every single one of them do. And they've actually got a 4th player towards the site now. Woxic being left alone towards Banana with his AWP. This could be bad news for AGO.
Nade rolling out. Oh, headshot as well from Angel. Lots of damage done. And Bondic with the aggression destroys the entire round, Ben. That is the bomb down. The aggression towards the site is quickly dealt with, and it will be a 12th round picked up for HellRaisers.
And look at AGO's money. They had to decide a lot of things with that buy anyway. And it was quite unfortunate they did go for the buy when they didn't realise HellRaisers would still have quite a bit of money in the bank. And you can see AGO paying the consequences of those rounds where they chased the economy. Similar to that of the Game Against Mouse Sports as well, Cash, if you remember, where they just kept on chasing it over and over again. Only realising when it was too late that they needed to stop. HellRaisers is in a good spot to potentially go to 14 rounds here, I feel. Because AGO cannot buy next round, in my opinion. They cannot.
Woxic sprints in, goes down to Caper, who will eliminate him with the orb. Issa gets one onto Furlan, looks for a little bit more as well, as he'll be spraying down Angel with the onslaught towards that A site. Finds himself a tasty double kill. This should surely be a 13th round picked up now for HellRaisers, but PHR has other ideas in mind. Tries to set that plan in motion, but it is scrubbed out by Dead Fox, who will find a follow-up headshot. Finally get that 13th round though, 13-9 now. Not too far away from getting the victory on this opening map.
Well, I've mentioned that I don't think AGO should buy when it gets to this round. And they've actually gone for it. 3 AKs, you've got a Mac-10 and a CZ. I mean, you've got utility on 2 of the players at the very least, but I'm not too sure what you can actually get done with it. Like, there's so many instant entry kill right there for Dead Fox, easy as anything. No support for Grubby either. The nades will probably do quite a bit as well, landing on T-stairs. So you've already lost one of the weapons you bought into. Can't but feel like it will only go downhill from here as well. So HellRaisers is actually leaving Bondic at the top of Banana this time. Woxic opening towards the short side. They have got Flash ready to push Bondic off of the corner at the very least. However, he has that smoke already in his hand. So that will be the cue. Flash is chasing him. He hasn't actually used the smoke yet until just now. They're going to be pushing straight through that.
He's dropped the smoke, goes for the aggressive face. Bondic gets the first frag, but Sparrow will be able to trade it back, and Angel now has to do his job for him. Gets the cross there. We'll be able to get a small tag out. But it's not going fantastically well for him. It's left into a 3 versus 4. And they look like they're struggling ever so slightly into this one. Pop Flash going to be going over as they start to make their move up towards the B site. Issa will eliminate PHR, and it is on Caper and Sparrow to try and bail them out of this one. AGO.
Oh, no.
It all comes
Molotov.
down to this, but the Molotov will burn them both up. Ben, Issa as well, getting the headshot, takes down Caper. That'll be the defuse. HellRaisers, they'll win the round. And that is the worst case scenario for AGO. They needed that round, especially with the investment they pumped into it.
And I can just see it. As soon as they took Banana control, all those AGO players were stuck on the site. And I saw Dead Fox turn straight back around. He was going around and he was like, okay, we've molled off Banana, have we? He went straight there and we did that Molotov was dark. And that just guaranteed that round was not winnable for AGO. And even now, they have to eco. They have to play for overtime. And it's such a big hill to climb up here. Like, you've got some Deagles and a couple CZs, but can't really trust in it to get these around here. Angel and Woxic just building off of that. Look at the confidence. Only Furlan left now as well. Only gets the 1 into Woxic. The gun should be recovered there. 15 rounds to 9. HellRaisers giving up some more rounds this time against AGO on Inferno. But what matters to them though is the win.
As long as they take the game, they're not going to be bothered about the scoreline, because they'll still receive 3 points no matter what, unless somehow AGO are able to elongate this one and keep it going into overtime. That's the only potential they really have here for an upset of points.
So the buy does come through from AGO finally. Flash peek there for Issa. Look, Woxic actually gets an opener as well towards second mid. It's going from bad to worse for AGO. They've already lost the first kill again. Dead Fox does get traded there though. And Bomb gets taken down as well. PHR having a nice round, but the bomb is still stuck at T-stairs. So even when they take their time to get to the site, Angel actually sees him jump. But PHR, that's a crazy good kill.
That is ridiculous. He's playing gun game, Ben. 2 kills with the AK, trades out to the AWP, finds that one from the elevated angle, puts himself on a pedestal, and for quite good reason. Furlan tries to do the same, but Issa will be able to overcome him. However, this does mean there is at least a lifeline for AGO for, at minimum, another round. But, as you can see, the cash on HellRaisers is very good. It's going to be allowing them to get a full rebuy out instantly back into this next one. And AGO, they're going to need to keep their wits about them.
Yeah, it's quite interesting that they actually decided to go with Dead Fox on an AWP towards Banana, because they were doing quite well with just the double rifle and then having Woxic towards it when they needed him. So chances are we won't see that come in again. But you said anyway, they've got look at the cash though. Woxic will be on 12,000, Angel 13, this a 10k, Bondic best part 9k. Only Dead Fox actually needs a drop. They're in a good position to actually get another buy round, and even if they lose this one.
Round 26 here. Fire going to be coming back out. With the AK on the ground for Furlan, which will grab on their way out. They will exit spawn together this time. But can they actually start to close this game down? Woxic, a very aggressive strategy towards mid. Smokes his own mid and then pushes down to try and find the first frag. Grubby is there, however. And if Woxic isn't careful, that could have been the kill for the T side, but it's a bit of a stalemate for them. Just a transfer of damage, but Bondic eventually, with the third grenade that comes down towards Banana, eliminates PHR and puts them both into a 4-on-4.
On the other side of the map, Woxic did get taken down. So the only man towards this A site currently, he's stuck in pit. He needs to get at least one of these kills and stay alive for as long as he can, as reinforcements are arriving in Angel, but he just gets taken out from apartments. It's a 2v4, and I don't think it's possible for them to win this round. Dead Fox is not definitely not worth it for him. He has no money.
No, it has all been shredded away from them really, really quickly here. Just a complete whitewash in favour of AGO, and this is rough. It's got to be another save. They're still going to have money at least. Angel and Issa are the real big bank accounts. Woxic as well there with 8k. So they're going to be able to re-drop over, get everyone the weapons they need. Unfortunate. I mean, potentially if Woxic would have stayed alive and not gone down towards the A site, you would have had the advantage and they could have actually built from there. But instead, no impact with the AWP. And the round crumbles away to nothing.
The main bit for HellRaisers obviously is that cash there. The fact that they're still able to rebuy. At some point AGO will be thinking that there won't be another buy coming in. There's a reason they've saved both rounds, is the lingering thought in the back of their minds. Because ordinarily you might try and force the issue knowing you have a buy available. Still match point though for HellRaisers. AGO need to win the next 4. You gotta be thinking at some point it will just crumble beneath them. Because that round they were fortunate to get the opening kill onto Woxic. This time they get it onto Bondic though. Well, this could be bad news, that Molotov. Nissa gets one, but he's been pushed off due to the fire, and he actually stabbed.
That's surprising, he's even been able to stay alive there. And Woxic as well, big impact to the round this time around. Gets that frag on Sparrow. And look at the backstab slowly developing towards mid-ben. Dead Fox. So much to do, but will he execute it? No, he himself is taken down. PHR finds the flick, and it falls into a 2 versus 3. This round swings. The balance could be tipped very easily here. And Angel is the one to try and close it out. Sits on the fountain in a close position, but the nade transfers a small amount of damage, leaving on 8 HP, but he still gets the kill. It's a huge frag to find, and it leaves it all on Kaper. He is the new blood for a go, recently joining the roster. Can he keep them in the game and fight for those additional points here in this series versus HellRaisers, or will this be 3 points picked up for that CT side as they start to push back around? Kaper trapped right now, sitting towards ruins, waiting for the push to come in. As he expects this, they slowly advance. They've got a kit on either player. They can afford to try and waste a little bit of time here. They have a Molotov on Woxic as well. Time ticking down. Kaper has played it very smartly. He can go for the backstab. The smoke is down. He won't fire off the shot. They don't have any time here, really. They need to find the frag and jump on it. The round is over, Ben. They can't win this one. Kaper, just off the back of time. HellRaisers looking lost.
He didn't even do anything.
He just sat there and they just did nothing on site.
Yeah, they lost the round themselves there. After Angel, he made the huge play. He killed one in CT, killed one coming into Banana as well. And that was just so bizarre.
That 2v1.
Like, they smoked the bomb. They smoked the bomb right from CT. I thought they would just jump on it straight away.
Sit on it. Do something.
But Woxic had a Molotov he just didn't use. Like, they weren't even trying to single out single areas. Very peculiar. Like, they've got another buy-in, thankfully, but that was a round they should have been winning. PHR, oh, he's taking a lot of damage from the Molotov, but he gets the kill anyway. That should be the trade, though, thankfully, due to the HE grenade. He's had a really solid few rounds here so far, PHR. Woxic, oh, that was such a good flash. The timing on it, beautiful.
Issa Finding that kill eventually. Ben takes down Grubby as the push will be coming around. Angel there to support him as well. Left on 43 HP as the smoke will be going up. Oh, big tax. Look how low everyone is. This is still winnable for the HellRaisers side. AGO though, they're not out of the fight just yet. They do outnumber Issa, 3-1. And the rotate can come around from Bondic, but he's very dubious. Doesn't believe that this is going to be a play towards the A site.
Yeah, the fact that they slowed down so much, keeping him a bit intrigued. He doesn't quite know about this. Fortunately for Issa, they're so low. Two of them, 10 HP basically. Both have AWPs, funnily enough, now, due to Sparrow actually trading with them. Bondic should know as well, both players should know that are alive for HellRaisers, that these are damaged. He tagged a lot in apps. He tagged, well, Angel tagged one as well towards the short side. Furlon's making that walk all the way around. Issa, he isn't really giving them opportunity. Furlon, he'll be scoping here, but Issa technically won't need to peek until it's too late, and that's the bomb down in pit as well.
Oh, he fired. He's given the game away, Ben. The second player drops down as well. They have 5 seconds. They have to plant. They will be able to get the bomb down. And Bondic's just going to save.
Little does he know they're both on 10 HP.
Is he going?
He does have a kit. He has grabbed an AK on the way. This is definitely still winnable. In fact, he has a kit and a smoke. But the way you can see him moving, it probably will be a save.
Yeah.
The bank of HellRaisers has finally been broken, at least, by AGO. But that's another round where, if Angel gets the kill towards the short side, you're a man up in the round. If Issa even kills the player towards apartments when it first started, he probably, you are resulting in at least an even playing field. AGO actually get out of there with both AWPs.
Terrorists win.
And HellRaisers, they finally got around where they need to actually... It wouldn't be an eco, in my mind. I imagine this is a tactical from them as well, because they need to actually recompose themselves. You could go for like a half buy, a Kevlar pistol, some grenades here and there. The stats get a bit shaky for HellRaisers though. 2 rounds that they should have really won.
Defeated themselves really on the round where they were up against Caper towards the B site. And just unable to shut this game down. Struggling to close it out here on Inferno, Ben. The first map in this series between AGO. As they'll use this timeout. And we'll see what the buy will be.
They're actually banging into it a bit. You can see Angel invested into an actual FAMAS with armor. Block's expending all of his cash, which seems quite unusual. But it's the kind of buy that AGO, you find yourself in a comeback like this, it's the kind of buy you lose to, because it's such an awkward one. But some of the players with guns that they probably wouldn't get kills with very often, they do come out quite big for you. It's a very slow round from AGO though. Their T side always very slow on the actual default. So the majority of the firepower you could argue is towards that B side, obviously the 5.7 and AK. Ooh, that peak. Angel could have done better. He gets a lot of damage down at least, and Issa makes the play, and Dead Fox falls as well. Woxic does have a FAMAS at least towards the other bomb site. So this is still doable for him, although he has been seen. Can't feel like he needs to get the first shot off, he doesn't. Bondic needs to save again. It is maximum loss bonus coming in now as well, so he can actually drop a gun across to Woxic if need be. But AGO, they know we can actually hunt this. The bomb still hasn't been planted.
Yeah, they can take their time, start to fan out. If they force this weapon off him, it's a lot of utility, armor and kit removed from that player. Bondic attempts to keep himself alive. He is going to be hunting. Pierces his way through one man, and he actually could hurt their economy a little bit here, but unfortunately he will go down. Stabbed in the back. 14-15. This round decides whether or not if it's going to be overtime or a victory for HellRaisers. As the buy will come out. Woxic on the AWP. Dead Fox with the M4. Issa and Angel, both with M4s as well. Dead Fox actually going to pass over his M4 to Bondic and then pick up a FAMAS.
There's a clear difference in terms of kill count as well. Like HellRaisers, between them, all 5 players, they've got about 100 kills. On the side of AGO, I think it was only 79 or 69, I think. And that's a clear difference that shows that HellRaisers, when they've won rounds, it's been quite a clear differential. Or even when they've lost rounds, it's been quite close. And there's been quite a few rounds from HellRaisers as well where they probably were in a position to win and they just haven't been able to capitalise. So AGO taking a pause there actually just to talk about what they want to do in this round. The issue is, for HellRaisers, they might think that AGO will overdo it and try and go for something crazy, like something spectacular. So Woxic does get that AWP, as we did foreshadow in terms of Fondic's money. So nothing special coming out from HellRaisers other than the fact that they've got 3 towards Banana. Trusting that Woxic and Issa can control that A-bomb site, at least for the first 40 seconds or so. In fact, they're going to rotate the AWP towards them. So Woxic's actually going to be coming towards Banana. So ordinarily on these rounds, when Bondnik has been the one soloing, he wouldn't use his smoke that early. However, with Woxic now arriving, they'll put him on the wall, he has a smoke himself as well. But the fact that AGO have been willing to let HellRaisers expend all of that utility, to me says that it's going to be a Banana play, and that's a lovely opening pick.
Yeah, big frag found there from Woxic as it will annihilate Sparrow. Juicy opening pick with the AWP, as it will fall into the 3 versus 4 here, but the counter response from Furlan is able to pick up a headshot there on Bondic and leave it in the 3-on-3. Oh, the backstab from Caper. Apparently Issa just had no idea this was possible. Caper finds himself a double kill. Furlan should win the game here, Ben, as well, and force it into overtime, but Bondic gets the angle, grabs the AK. Woxic realizing what he must do to try and salvage this game. It has to be a 1 versus 2, as he'll be pushing his way around. Smoke goes up to try and stop him, but this will not slow him down. Plays anti-flash, dives in towards the side, but PHR connects the shot, and we are going to overtime.
Kind of crazy though, it's another round where HellRaisers put themselves in a position to actually do really well from it. That time though, it was a bit of a whiff from the player, I think it was Angel, actually towards Minipit. The player who ran through the smoke towards Garbage, he had a number of seconds to actually get the kill towards him. Instead, he whiffs the spray completely. He turns, gets the kill. Bondic trades it, but then Bondic gets traded himself. And somehow, Caper in that round, he was able to get off of the balcony into pit without the player on site even saying anything. Issa gets killed in the back for no reason.
Yeah.
A number of, whether you can consider it miscommunication, in my mind, it is HellRaisers actually crumbling under pressure a bit here.
Looks like they're defeating themselves more than they're being defeated by AGO right now.
And that does mean that AGO will be able to secure at least a point off of this game too.
Yeah, at the very least, they've got 1.
So ultimately, obviously, that will help them in their long-range goal of trying to stay up this season. But on the HellRaisers side of things, only a win, like a 3 points from this matchup, not even considering Dust 2. 3 points would actually put them in 6th place due to the round difference. However, now they've limited themselves to at least 1, a maximum of 2 from this map. We do still have Dusty coming up. The HellRaisers, not enough use of pauses, I think, was probably something that didn't help them in that situation as well. They kept on trying over and over again. Obviously, the rounds were quite close, but they fell into that trap, the usual trap where the rounds are so close you don't feel like you need to pause. Yeah.
I mean, it's going to be a frustrating one, though, because, as you just alluded to, really, the most points they can now physically get is 5. The chance of them getting the full 5 as well is up in the air, if this is what we're seeing coming out here between the 2 teams. So they might just have thrown away their chance of actually overthrowing G2 and FaZe.
Yeah, it's a bit of a scare for them. And obviously, going into overtime, you can't feel like the momentum is on AGO's side. And it's not like HellRaisers didn't have money to work with either. They had plenty of cash to work with. So even now the change into overtime, the craziest thing we might see is actually having a double AWP. And when they did have double AWP, it wasn't exactly a good thing. Dead Fox died pretty much immediately when he got it.
We do have the updated bedweight odds, so we can have a look how this one is sitting. So it's 1.5 to 2.3 there of AGO as we get into overtime.
So I wonder how one-sided the bet odds were when HellRaisers were, what, 15 to 9?
Yeah.
Because they would have been like a solid 1.1, if not less. The fact that it's got to this point kind of crazy just because the odds still are favouring HellRaisers here.
But quite a lot.
Yeah, it's not. It's a pretty big separation.
Considering this, two teams are now in overtime on their opening map. A little bit scary, but I assume our questions will be answered once we get back in. A little bit of KZ coming out here from the man on the side, Ben.
Yeah, very repetitive.
Loves the climb.
Centre of sight onto the single box over and over again. So quite a gap between the extra end of regulation there and overtime. So it kind of makes a... It gives time for HellRaisers to potentially talk about things or actually reset as well. Because I feel like AJO, they would have wanted to get straight in because the momentum was with them. They were feeling quite pumped. So quite unusual.
Bizarre one, Ben. As we do wait for our teams to get ready here before we can carry on with overtime. Looks like we are getting ready though. Seems like they're living on free potentially here. There we go. Ready to get back into the action. So it is first to 19, obviously. As we dipping our toes back into the mashup between AGO and HellRaisers.
I can't give information that Windigo have actually beaten Mouse Sports in the first map on the A stream as well.
Oh yeah?
So that's Windigo getting a full 3 points off of Mouse.
That's pretty crazy.
That makes things even more difficult for AGO now as well. Because that's a bigger separation being built by Windigo.
The scary factor is as well, it's looking like Windigo now really finding their form, Ben. They could potentially actually get themselves into a good position, at the least out of those bottom 3 positions at the end of the season.
Yeah, with that win they overtake Heroic, funnily enough. Heroic were a team who started off quite strong.
They did, yeah.
But they've still got 6 maps to play at least, so... Those final 2 Pro League days will be quite
Heroic
strenuous,
heavy.
I think, for Heroic.
Yeah.
Yeah, so... Could be a tough one. HellRaisers, though, the craziest thing they can do here would be to drop fully, rather, in this series, AGO. Should be hoping against that, though. A lot of utility used by them early on in this round. It's that Molotov did a lot of damage to Angel. And the way AGO have been doing their defaults, they really don't use much utility to start the rounds off. It gives them so much later on in the game.
Ooh.
That's a bad opener.
Yeah, Sparrow being able to punish the Angel. He is now gone, flies away. Molotov going to be casted out as well to ignite over towards quad side. As they start to get that control by Arch. Dead Fox, he's waiting in position, gets the contact, and just falls back, smokes it, wants to keep them there, pent in. They run straight through, there's a small gap in the smoke, so he'd be able to spot this out. They are actually bypassing him, Ben. Been able to push out towards the bomb site. Issa goes down, does not find a frag. Dead Fox in the full rotation around, but there's a bad miss coming out from the AWP. However, Grubby will still get the capitalization, and it falls on Bondic. This could be a flawless round for the terrorists. It will not be.
Denied the very last chance there. Sparrow hoping to get that 4K, but Bondic is so low as well. Both teams actually able to kind of hunt here, use that 16K factor. And it does mean that the buy of HellRaisers might be a bit weird, though, on that third round if they were to lose this one as well. So a first round for AGO there. Sparrow got 3 kills into that round. That actually put him up to 11 for the entire game. So he's had quite a slow one, too. And that seems to be a recurring trend as well. His AWP hasn't actually been able to be that influential in these games that we've seen from AGO. Going for the boost peek toward mid, and Furlan's so ready for that. That's another kill. Another opener for AGO. Can't feel like HellRaisers is trying to force the issue a bit too much, perhaps. That's a shot they probably would hope that would land in most situations. Angel will recover that AWP. See Bondic. That's a really nice nade on Sparrow. But HellRaisers, they need to make the move. They need to force something. They're a man down currently. They have cleared top mid though. Bondic needs to use his smoke and actually call for a rotate. Dead Fox is on the way. This could be very bad for AGO. You could even see Angel, he's getting ready for the rotate as well.
You're going for this attack on the big bomb site here. Dead Fox plays close towards the smoke. Gonna re-smoke it, reposition back around by the coffins and try and help them out. As the Polish side get ready to push their way through. Another smoke goes down, Dead Fox in position.
No.
Oh no.
Oh, it's a collat!
Well, he made up for it. Gets the double kill on the collateral. Bondic as well, going to be pushing out. PHR will knock off his head, and they'll start to claim the site. Bomb going down, Angel as well, falling, as he will collapse under the pressure. Furlan, ferocity being displayed is absolutely lovely. And Issa will have to save this one, most likely. A couple of shots going out, but can't really get the kill. 3 players should survive for AGO here. HellRaisers going to have to let this one slip away. That is going to be a 17-15 scoreline now. If they pick up one more round and go flawless in the first half, they will only require 1 round to win it.
Very worrying for HellRaisers as well. They had 2 players towards that site. Bondic not really able to get anything done. Dead Fox quick switching. Obviously, you could argue he makes it up with that multi-kill, but he could have had 3, is the other alternative way of looking at it.
Yeah.
Instead, we now face the possibility of AGO actually winning all 3 rounds in overtime on the T side. I'd say thanks to the way they play their T side, it's very slow. They allow these CTs to actually make the error. So HellRaisers is actually doubling up on the banana control this time. This is the first time they've actually had banana control and had both players stay there. Normally they leave just the player at the top, which in this case would be Bondic. Dead Fox gets that kill for free because they've never played 2 there. However, they need to make sure he gets out alive. Spam comes through and that actually kills Bondic. So even though they got the actual kill to give themselves an advantage, Bondic dies thanks to an unfortunate spray through the smoke by PHR. And because of that, Woxic actually rotates there. He still has a smoke available to him, is the lucky bit.
Well, 3 on 4. This round finally looking like it could be one picked up by HellRaisers. The CTs are in a slightly better position. Grubby looks to try and grab some control towards Arch side here as he will push his way up. Going for the backstab, gets a little tag on Dead Fox there, but gets nothing for his troubles. Goes down, Caper gonna dive out, but just hits the deck and dies. The pack breaker as well from Issa to eliminate Sparrow, and it will go 17-16. AGO require 2 rounds to win the game.
Yeah, they'll be disappointed to actually fall short on that round as well, because obviously Dead Fox did catch out one of the players who did push towards Banana. But the fact that they were even able to like even it up thanks to that spray through the smoke, and then throw away the even playing field they had due to PHR actually going towards Banana trying to sell a fake. They'll be very disappointed with that. The scary bit now is, does AGO have anything to capitalise on with their CT side now that they have a lot of money available to them? Because HellRaisers, there wasn't much of a difference in the way that they played it. There might be with AGO.
That's a good question, Ben. It'll be interesting to see how they actually have to play this, if the AWP could be a little bit more impactful there, really, where they're going to be able to bring it out. Because they were getting pretty destroyed, really, when we were seeing the aggression coming out towards Banana early on. They had their number. HellRaisers had a very good understanding of how to counter the CT side setup from AGO. Double AWP setup in play, though. One from Sparrow, one from Furlan.
So Furlan, the guy who's doing a lot of damage towards Banana, just with that utility. The same nades will come through. Dead Fox kind of forgetting what happened in the first half, apparently.
Yeah.
Him and Woxic both take a lot of damage straight off the bat. And that's an incredible advantage just to start the round off. But if you remember the first half, HellRaisers, they pretty much only won rounds when they went towards the B site. That was the only place they had success. The A site seemed to be a bit of a fortress thanks to the hold from the M4A1S players. It looks like HellRaisers, they remember the B-site was the weak one. But the thing is, you've got 2 players so weak already due to those grenades. The take will come through. And it's actually the take to go via ruins through the front of the site. They're going to Molotov the site and actually go through it. I like the move by PHR though. He puts another smoke down. Makes it possible for him to sit here, and that's fantastic play.
Oh, Grubby.
Oh my word.
They're all going to run past him, Ben. Oh, Grubby! Oh no, only gets the 1 before he's taken down. That could have been absolutely fantastic. An awkward miss as well from Furlan there, as they're all so low. Woxic, Dead Fox, and Issa below 50 HP apiece. Caper with the double kill. And it is up to Issa to bail them out. A 1-on-2, AK in hand. Is he somehow able to pick this one up? That is the question, as the smoke will go down to shroud the bomb. 14 seconds. He needs that bomb, or needs the kills to win it. Peeks out. Furlan pulls the trigger. He will perish. And AGO get themselves the 18th round. They need 1 more round now to guarantee 2 points from this opening match.
Yeah, PHR using that smoke beautifully. Gets himself into pool. It's only the 1 kill, but that's enough though. That's enough of a disarray to the actual push that HellRaisers were going with. And then Grubby, if he has the M4 maybe he should have got even more.
Yeah.
Perhaps a bit too excited.
It looked like it was going to be absolutely mental, and unfortunately it wasn't.
So HellRaisers once again taking the banana control. And actually a Molotov used by PHR there. I mean, Angel's taking a lot of damage from that. And he actually gets team flashed completely as well. Very unusual.
Bizarre, Ben. Minute and 20 on the clock here. Into the 5th round of overtime. So begin to make their move back up towards mid. Don't know what that was.
I think Angel wanted to get second mid via underpass, but actually got blocked by...
Get denied.
Yeah. Has to take the long way around. And that to me basically guarantees this is going to be an A play. And unfortunately for HellRaisers, they've not had success here through the entire game in regulation. The smoke's been pulled. Grubby actually gets 2.
Oh!
He actually did so much damage!
So many of them are low, Ben. Grubby with a huge spray into the round. That was fantastic, and this should surely be them picking up the game here after that much damage done in the initial contact.
Although Caper does fall down. He gets a lot of damage down. Sparrow gets 2. Issa in a 1v2 to save the game for HellRaisers. PHR's already on the scene. There's only 20 seconds left, and he's actually going to go towards B. It's a big call to make. PHR, though, he doesn't know where the player actually is. Should have a lot of time after getting this bomb down, Issa. However, you can see the movement. After the flashwood CT, they know it's towards this B site. They can guarantee he will not be able to get towards Banana either. He has limited options. He needs to go for a play of some kind. The question is, where will he do it?
Peeks out, gets a big tag off, finds the initial frag, but will he get the follow-up? Of course he can. Issa slays them, as he will punish Furlan. It goes 17-18, Ben.
That was a very nice kill right there. The peak was phenomenal. AGO use a pause. I do wonder if there is a ruling regarding pauses when it gets to overtime.
What if you get any more?
Yeah. I feel like you should.
But yeah, yeah.
You should get 1. Because it does feel a bit unfair. Like, imagine you make a huge comeback, you have to use 4 pauses to get there. And then you get to overtime and they just say, ah, that's it.
Unlucky. Could just say you were being DDoSed.
Yeah, you could. To be fair, you could. Yeah. So, final round of this overtime. Potentially of the game if AGO can actually take it. The double AWP is back. Furlan wasn't too successful with his AWP so far in overtime, but he decided to go with it again. And HellRaisers, you can see, Woxic for the same peak. He had success with it in the first half. However, the AWP is on the other side.
Oh, Sparrow. Tight angle to be holding. No one's actually going to push it yet either as well. So the clock does start to run down a little bit. Minute 25. As the smoke goes up towards mid, and they will start to deviate back around. Issa testing the waters here towards Boiler.
Yeah, very slow round after that early start from Woxic. AGO actually willing to leave Furlan on his own towards the deep site, despite the success of HellRaisers towards it during regulation. You can see Grubby actually making a very aggressive play here. Again, he had a lot of success with it earlier on, and oh, it could be even better if he actually went into Boiler. So some grenades being lined up, he can hear them being pulled. That re-smoke at mid though, by AGO, basically means Grubby can stay here. He'll be able to hear this is not actually a push.
Grubby, listening for this, doesn't do too much, and the awkward factor is it is only Furlan towards the B site there. The AWP can be a very useful weapon, but is it really going to be enough if it's just a one-man defense? They've gone around the smoke, Ben! They're in the site. He finds one kill, kills Angel. This should surely spark the other CTs to start to rotate round. The AWPs are finding frags, but the trades are there, plucked out of the air. Dead Fox will dome him, and it is all on to Caper and Sparrow. A 2 versus 3 retake that will not go their way. This is going to be a double overtime. There is no chance. Sparrow in a 1v3. If he was somehow able to win this round, it would be a miracle.
Definitely, he's opted to keep the AWP in his hand as well. Not giving himself much time as he is walking around. 20 seconds left on this bomb plant. He needs to be much more urgent. He will make the push towards coils, but it's just straight into the aim of Dead Fox. Gets a 3k into the round and actually forces the double overtime. HellRaisers get themselves a lifeline to try and get those 2 points on the board. They really want it by looks of things.
Yeah, fighting tooth for nail to try and keep themselves in the game, Ben. First overtime we've had in a little while here on Pro League. So we'll be going to a brief break before we get back into it, obviously, whilst the teams are ready until we can carry on with this one. Ben has a little bit of time to reset themselves, and it's looking like, obviously, the delay pause we had there slowed down AGO a little bit. Not as hot off the presses. I mean, they got a couple of nice rounds in the first half when they came back into it, but once they moved into their CT side, it just seems like they couldn't close it down.
Potentially a bit too much of over-reliance on the second AWP, I think, for Furlan. Because while he did get 1 kill when he was the only player towards the site, he had those awkward moments where those players shoulder peeking him, for example. If he had a rifle, he probably kills Issa anyway. That second player, he might not play it as aggressively as he did as well. But the second set of overtime coming in. HellRaisers, they did have some success towards that A-bomb site for the first time during that half of overtime. However, in the past it was the actual small site that proved best for them. No AWP from HellRaisers here either. It's 4 rifles. And this grenade, Dead Fox, again, first round of overtime on the T side, straight into a grenade. But at least they're forcing the issue, trying to fight it. Furlan gets 1. PHR trades it straight away though.
PHR going to smoke it as well, try and keep them at bay. Only 3 Ts remaining into this round. 1 minute and 20 on the clock as time will start to tick down. They're going to actually reposition, it seems, and try and make this play towards the A site. Potentially Issa holding, waiting to see if anyone will aggress towards him. So a lot better start there from the CTs this round.
Yeah, find themselves with a 1-man advantage. Not many grenades left on the HellRaiser side either. You can see only the 1 smoke, Molotov and flash between the 3 players. And it looks like they are going to be going back towards this smaller site. PHR still has his smoke available. He'll probably be looking to use this very soon now. Smoke towards CT will be coming in any second now. They're waiting to get closer towards the wall. Bondic actually picks up another smoke as well. Molotov comes in. He's actually going to use it. The Molotov missed. They won't be expecting a play towards Newbox. They'll think the Molotov will land it, but it just doesn't. It's so much extra time.
Oh, swing for PHR. Ben gets 1. Grubby going to trade it back as well. Wopzik into the 1 versus 2. Finds that headshot on Grubby. Bomb will go down. Starts to fire out a couple of warning shots, but that will be the round picked up by AGO. And they need to really win all 3 rounds here on their CT half. This appears to be where they're struggling, so they need to have a huge CT side half, get themselves a good majority of the rounds, because the T side was actually pretty effective.
Yeah, that was a very awkward one from HellRaiser's actual offense there. It's missing the Molotov towards Newbox. Obviously, it wouldn't have made much of a difference because PHR looked ready to get rid of it with his smoke. But But ultimately, losing a man, or losing 2 people in that actual banana control to start the round off as well. Deadfox keeps running to the same issue round after round when he thinks to go towards banana. This round, obviously avoiding it, doesn't commit. And Roxy going for that same mid peak, this time going towards the quad side.
Nades launched up towards top banana. Furlan, lucky to be alive there, really. The double nade landing in close proximity to him, so he barely survives on 35 HP as he will be able to fall back towards the site. Grubby, seems like he could be contested here towards mid. Good use of the Molotov though.
He's been doing very well when it comes to delaying the mid control from HellRaisers. Whether it's at this sort of time in the round or when there's 40 seconds left. He's played so aggressively round after round. And Caper does so much damage to Bondek. Doesn't quite get the kill. But that'll probably change the way Bondek will play this round out as well. He still has all of his grenades left. HellRaiser, you can see the decision is being made by Angel. Let's go towards that A site. They don't even have mid control currently. Grubby, he's going to have a perfect situation again. We saw this a few rounds ago from him. If he gets killed towards Boiler, it's even worse for them. Already a man up, 1 player low. AGO's A-site defense proving to be strong yet again. And a Molotov too. There's going to be 20 seconds left by the time they actually get around that corner. This is ridiculous. They're getting delayed so much.
Bondic finds the first, as he will go for that extension out. Eliminates Sparrow. Grubby trades it back. 3 versus 4, but the site control is lost. Caper goes down. It's incredibly detrimental, but the bomb has to be planted now. It will go down, but it leaves them with 2 versus 3. They're all close towards the site. They're being tagged, Ben. PHR gets the frag on Dead Fox. Woxic misses the shot. And that means they lose the round. That'll be the 20th now picked up for AGO. 1 more round to go here on the first half of our second overtime. AGO looking like they might be able to win all 3 rounds on the trot on their CT side. That would set them up for success, Ben.
Most definitely, because we saw on their T side they were able to... it appears they had HellRaiser's number, especially towards the end of regulation. 2 rounds already. They actually leave an AK in spawn. Furlan, realising I think he did not have a gun, actually grabs an AWP, so he's bringing an M4 and an AWP with him. There's an AK still in spawn though. So somebody could have had a slightly better rifle. Unfortunate for whoever made the error there. Sparrow. Ooh. Smoke will come in. He's still holding his angle here though, and he actually gets the leg towards Angel. So AGO, they've had a lot of success in actually getting early damage into the round. Not always kills, but a lot of damage. HellRaisers get bracket control. For the first time it feels like in overtime. PHR very willing to fight behind the Molotov. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw him go aggressive in the next 10 seconds or so if nothing happens. Angel's the nearest man to him, and he's actually very low. Oh, Angel actually wins that. That's crazy.
Play from Angel. Issa as well, assisting Sparrow. Taking legs off as the push comes out. Ben gets the double kill, but unfortunately his head peeks out above Graveyard. And he'll be sent to a graveyard of his own. Dead Fox as well, cutting them down. As he'll eliminate another man. Angel with his second frag into the round. A power play to take down Furlan. 2 rounds secured there by AGO. 1 picked up for HellRaisers. As they will now flip sides.
So based off of the previous overtime we did see, AGO did get 2 rounds on the T side. So looking at that at least, if they were to do the same, they would win it out here. However, if you remember the last time we actually had an overtime, it didn't feel like there was much of a recurring pattern from overtime to overtime. It seemed to be a constant 2-on-2-on. Yeah. And it had to be, it resorted to one team actually getting 3-0 before it actually ended.
But that's the thing with overtime, it's kind of anything from the original sort of half goes out the window normally. The whole game can change, you know, things can change from overtime to overtime as well. It can be quite sort of random because it's just not the same as normal CS, you know. You've got that constant money to invest into. So you never really know what is going to come out of the teams or if they're just going to go, all right, let's just go for a bold play. The majority of the games we've seen, as you said, it kind of requires one team to get 3 rounds and then just pick up 1 on the other half to actually lock it down. So could be the case. Ben, but we're back into it. Round 4 here of overtime 2. 20-19, AGO lead.
Swoxic did go for the jump across. Did see a player towards the bottom, and Furlan, he carries on. Banana, he seems to be an absolute grenadier, I think it's fair to say. 52 damage already towards one of the players, 36 to Angel. However, gets payback. Down to 29 himself, and that's a fantastic nade too. Dead Fox takes the brunt this time. Bondic actually shooting a plant pot next to the
I wondered, I was like, what was that about?
Spam coming through. If SOSO spammed back, he might have actually got the kill.
You never see a lot of players do return fire for some reason.
Yeah, we saw it once, didn't we, with the Norp?
Rattlesnake.
Yeah, it was Rattlesnake. It was actually Rattlesnake.
It was Rattlesnake.
Of all the people to do it.
Sam Gorn.
That was kind of crazy thinking about it. Yeah, it's a very interesting thing. Nobody does return fire. So it is a 4v4 though, AGO. Not as much utility as they've had on previous rounds getting to this sort of time left in the round. Faking the mid control is Furlan. But looks like the B site will be the site that they do go for the hit on. Furlan taking the AWP away from Sparrow due to the health point differential. Sparrow can do the smoke towards Coffin. However, it looks like he's going to be leaving CT1 instead. He has a Molotov for the new box. I feel like that is crucial. But it looks like they're not even going to use it.
Bondic going to find that frag as they take down PHR. It's a 3 versus 4 now into the round as they try and defend the site. Angel with a lovely frag. Going to be able to pick up 2 as well. Dead Fox closes it down. So it will go 20-20. One team can pick up the remaining 2 rounds, Ben. They can still close down the game. If they do trade rounds and it goes 21-21, we'll be heading on to a 3rd overtime.
All of the HellRaisers players have 28 kills each now.
Do they? Let's have a look at the scoreboard, Jake.
Cheers, Sunscreen.
Cheers, Jake. Thanks. Wow.
Yeah, all 5 of them have 28 kills each. Kind of crazy. To have every single player being on the exact same kills per round. Very rare as well. But it shows how much of a balanced game it has been from them. Not one player doing very well. Obviously, we saw Roxic, I think he had 16 kills at the end of the first half of regulation. Yeah. Since then, not had much. Okay, but this is a very nice position to be in. He does spot one of the players jumping across. Angel should be able to expect him back, though. Actually goes for the nade, but Caper knows too well not to stay there. So AGO being a lot more proactive with the actual grenade use, and Angel tempted fate a bit there with Grubby. Mini pit smoke does come in. They think the push might be coming through. However, it is just a fake. There's 4 players from HellRaisers here. This is going to be an absolute battle.
Getting ready to go for this attack towards the A site. As they set themselves up. Time slowly dwindling away. 30 seconds essentially left on the clock now. First phase comes around. Furlan will pay the price for it, and so will Grubby, as Woxic snatches away a double kill into the round then. And this will now spark the resistance to go for the aggression. Smoke's down, bursting in, but Woxic still just dealing out death. Everyone's going to be eliminated. The only one that remains is Caper in a 1-on-5 playing from pit. The entire site is up in smoke. He has no idea where they are. Issa will find him and eliminate him. 21-20 now. HellRaisers require 1 more round to win.
AGO facing defeat potentially in this overtime scenario. After they put themselves in a good position to take it in the first set. This is where it does happen though. Do or die. Woxic finally gets him in, but we mentioned, well, I was coincidentally mentioning how he had about 16 in the first half of regulation, and they hadn't had much since. Now, this time, though, 4 kills already into these last 2 rounds. At least. Can still get more now as well. It's a very good nade. Should be landing right on Sparrow. AGO, it looks like they're going to be forcing the issue quite early here. HellRaisers is actually going to be going for control, and this is a bad time to do it.
Oh, Ben, this is awkward. Bondic and Dead Fox go down, so it falls into the 3 versus 4 as they bombard their way out towards the site. Angel with the spray only kills one in the crossfire. Caper trades it back, and then the bomb will be planted by PHR. And it is just Woxic and Issa that remain. Smoke wall going to be going up, blocking off the entry towards Garden. If they're going to win this, they need to do something soon. It's a 2-on-3. Now blocked by the smoke. All the nade usage coming out from AGO, making this one as hard as physically possible. Still throwing grenades, Ben. A Molotov up there, but luckily it didn't fall in a fantastic position towards Garden, so Woxic can slide in. Oh, pulls the trigger, nearly the double, but it will go down. 21-21. It will go to a triple overtime.
That was ever so close to being a collateral there for Woxic. If he gets that, Issa probably survives for just a second longer, if that. And they could have won the round, but that... the B-side defense, it just wasn't the right time to make that call to retake Banana. That's the first time they've ever done it mid-round as well. Dead Fox and Bondic slipping up on the round that they needed to actually hold their own. Triple overtime.
Wow, Ben. Could it be close to fair between these two sides? Not really what we expected. I mean, HellRaisers getting some big wins on the board earlier today. But when it comes down to this game versus AGO, they just can't seem to close it out. But neither can AGO. Both teams just keeping themselves in this eternal matchup on Inferno here. And bear in mind, this is only the first map.
Yeah, neither team quite able to push it just over the finish line.
I mean, you know, potentially if they get to 30-30, then they would have played both maps anyway.
Not wrong. Woxic does get another entry kill into the round. Angel tempting fate a bit more, trying to get another one. But Woxic does, though. 2 kills into this round. Make that 3! It's been very impactful the last few rounds with this AWP. Looking to make it even more now, but he actually pulls away just the last second as they made that push towards mid. Just Grubby and Caper, though. Last 2 men alive on the AGO side. Trying to find any kind of picks they can get, but HellRaisers are not giving them a chance, really. Caper now deciding to advance a bit towards the arch side, but it was just as Angel pulled away. You can see he was shoulder peeking it. Both players saw each other. Flash just come through. Caper will land that shot as well. The worrying bit is Grubby's going to be entering towards Banana. They are boosted Nubox, and I think they're playing next to it as well. So Grubby, they're both actually just going to face him from Nubox alone. Woxic with a 4K into the round. So if you think about the past 3 rounds of this game in general, Woxic has had, I believe, 10 kills across it? Oh no, it's 9 kills because they were all on 28 when I said it. Yeah, so he's had 9 kills the last 3 rounds. So we will never see all 5 players in the same kills again, I don't think, this game. Cheers, Jake.
I know. Sun's crying again.
Again.
Make me happy, Jake. Oh, Sparrow connects the shot, eliminates Woxic. Be able to take him down as the aggression starts to come out, making their move up towards the A site as the AWP does a bit of a dance.
Yeah, the AWP is absolutely flowing miles there. And AGO looks like they're doing an execute straight off the bat here. Line up the smokes. Going to be taking deep arch control. All of the HellRaisers players have arrived into the scene as well.
Oh, look at the damage done from the Molotov as well there. Sparrow very low. Furlan with the backstab though, kills Dead Fox, but are they ready for the man from Library, the Librarian, of course? Damage done. Issa finds the kill on Furlan, PHR with a backstab. Bondic to do the broad force of the damage, the Librarian popping off. Sparrow going to be able to connect the wall bang, and Bondic has to try and bail them out, but no. Sparrow, with a huge hat-trick of frags, will be able to keep AGO going. Goes 22-22, and a pause comes through. Tactical pause. They must have an extra pause from somewhere.
Yeah, they must do. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that would be the 5th. So,
how can I hold all these pauses?
It doesn't feel unfair to not give them a pause, though. I do think it's a good idea.
You know those salesman memes? It's like it's a picture of AGO's logo, and someone just slapping it, just going, you can fit a load of tactical pauses in this bad boy.
And you can make a separate one as well for Wendigo, just fit a load of pauses in this one. Or you can simply change it to just existence.
Yeah, just a picture of existence, as I say.
It's like,
oh, that'd
fit a
be
load
great.
of pauses in this bad boy.
I'm going to make that meme after tonight. When I get back to the hotel, that's what I'm going to knock up. Look for that one on Twitter later. Coming soon to the internet near you.
22 all. Winner does need 25 to take it. 1-1 in the first half of this overtime. So in the previous overtime, the first overtime, both teams won 2-1 on the T side. Second overtime, both teams won 2-1 on the CT side.
Yes.
Third overtime, we're looking at a minimum 2-1 again, but it depends which side. So AJ, looks like they're doing an execute straight off the bat again. Woxic will Molotov the boiler. There is a Molotov towards mid as well, so these smokes are for nothing. They're playing double banana as well. Head Fox only gets one, but Bondic gets two!
That's big from the Bondic, as he will be able to pop off, finds the double kill then, and leaves them into a situation that should mean a victory for HellRaisers here, or at the very least the 23rd round here. Push coming in towards the site. Angel goes straight out and frags the both of them. Sides will be flipped now. HellRaisers 23 to the 22 of AGO. Again, no team being able to pick up 3 rounds on their first half yet. This is triple overtime. The second half of it. Who is going to be picking this one up though? HellRaisers again requiring 2 rounds to win it.
Yeah, HellRaisers do need the 2. AGO on their hand, they need to 3-0 this if they want to take the win. Obviously it would be 2 to force it into a 4th overtime. However, we can see HellRaisers, they were changing the way they played their CT up quite a bit. In those last 2 overtimes, obviously playing more double banana actually on it. Planning to retake it sometimes when they've knocked out a tour during regulation. Question is, will AGO do the same? Will they force some kind of errors from it? Furlan most likely going to be picking up an AWP again, due to having the money available to him.
Well, here we go. Getting back into the action now. First to 25. HellRaisers on the T side. Can they close down the game here, or will AGO be keeping themselves in it?
So because of how slow Furlan bought them, he actually made sure he didn't have a flashbang. He came to the site with just a HE smoke and Molotov. It's an interesting one. HellRaisers do take the brackets control, and it looks like they're going quite quickly up towards quad. They Molotov the back of pit, and they're actually coming all the way up. This is much faster from them.
Oh, the early entry from Issa. Woxic as well with a wall bang, eliminates Sparrow. Grubby is the only one on the CT side to aggress, but he will just get the one frag there. Bondic on the barrels, won't even need to pull the trigger, as his teammate will do the work for him. Furlan has to make the 1v3 retake. A beautiful shot coming out. This man is a speed demon when it comes to reactions, but surely Furlan can't overthrow them. Realizes that he won't be able to topple him into this one. And the piston back off. Actually, no, he's going for it, Ben. He's setting up for the smoke. He's going in.
Just in case there was a player towards that arch side. Wants to make sure that they are covered. He does peek, but he nearly gets the fucking Dead Fox as well. Woxic with a 3k into the round. He's had enough of overtime.
He wants this one to end.
At one point, there was all players on HellRaisers on 28 kills each. Woxic has made a big difference. He's already got 12 since I said that.
Yeah.
HellRaisers now on match point. They can take it right now. They've got 2 rounds to do it as well. We've not seen a team have 2 match points. Normally it's been just the 1.
This is where they're actually in a position to win the game. We've needed to see this come out a long time ago. But can they win it now, Ben? Round 4 here. Round 5, rather. As they will be getting into it. A lot of aggression towards mid early on. AGO playing quite far back this time. Not really trying to force the issue, as they realise any overconfidence could mean their demise in this initial map.
HellRaisers, they're playing so much more aggressive on the T side. Sparrow, though, hoping to hold it down, and that he is. 2 kills, make that 3. Woxic, last man alive now. Has it all to do. This would be one way of shutting the game down, wouldn't it? Alas, he will not.
No, Woxic will die, PHR will find the kill, as it will go 24 to 23. And this one will carry on, Ben. It is not over just yet. However, HellRaisers, they do have one final attempt at closing down the game here. Or a fourth overtime will be on the cards. Did you know HLTV actually looked into it and found out that MR6 overtime actually ends a lot quicker than MR3?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard about that. And that's purely because of the fact that you give more... Like, even though it's 16k, if a team goes 3-0, that money's gone and you can take the 4th and the 5th. Whereas we see 2-1s much more often. Feel like it's the opener. So HellRaisers already a man down into this one. But it is worth remembering that the longest game in CSGO history was actually the Xenex game.
Wasn't that... It got
MR5.
overtaken, didn't it? I think
I
that got replaced by a different game.
Not
It
too
was,
sure.
up until like a year ago, that was the longest game in CS history.
There's the game that people always talk about, which was that Flip Side Mouse Sports one, but that didn't actually go longer.
Did it not?
No, that was at Columbus.
Yeah.
Actually, if I remember correctly. And there was the Pixel Fire one on Mirage at all, that was quite long.
Yep.
With Barber and stuff.
On was it Mirage or was it Train?
No, Mirage. I remember, it was like 36, 33 or something.
Yeah.
That was MR5 as well.
Yeah. They can be long games, is the point.
Does
Anyway.
depend on the team.
Right now, I mean, they look evenly matched, Ben. That's the issue. It's like a game of tennis. Back and forth.
This game's about to last 4 days.
Strap in. I hope you got your provisions.
Because PHR is guaranteeing that. He's done a lot of damage, got a kill. However, Grubby, stuck on the site means that it's just Bondic alone, 1v4. Has it all to do, 15 seconds left as well. Not even getting that first kill and just gets taken down. 24 to 24. We are going to a 4th overtime. And you can see Bondic's mouse there moving left to right because he was annoyed.
Yeah, a visual shake from Bondic. Frustrated that they haven't closed this one down, Ben. So a 4th overtime. 24-24. I feel bad that I said, oh, do you reckon we'll see him get to 30-30? So it's literally going to happen. We're going to see 60 rounds, and then Dust 2 is going to be the full 30. And in total, that'll be a lot.
You're not wrong, it would be a lot.
A lot.
It would be a lot, yeah. The crazy bit is the actual analysis of rounds actually it starts to dwindle away because the teams start just doing crazy things to try and catch each other off.
It literally gets to the point where it's just like, how is this game still going? Just push here, kill them.
Because HellRaisers started doing it on their T side then. Like the round they won was purely for them just going Wolfpack towards that short side. They get the entry kills, they get kills across the board all the way. And then from there they were quite not able to do the same.
Because that's the problem with overtime. A common misconception is obviously an overtime means it's a good game. It necessarily doesn't. Overtimes just mean that the teams sort of go into a bit of a desperation mode. Because it's not really the same. It's not like normal CS when you're an OT.
Yeah, it does change the way the game gets looked at. Purely because some teams, for example, like one of the things that people do argue about the 16k factor on MR3, on a map like Dust 2, for example. So if you win one round as a T, you can probably get an auto sniper in the second round just to spam the doors. And you wouldn't normally be ever able to do that in regulation. Because it kind of means that the economy isn't quite the same. And it does favour one of the sides if things do go quite poorly.
Well, that's the thing with it as well. You kind of never really see a team forced into a position where they can't get a buyout because unless you basically buy and warp every round and die every round.
Yeah, that's the only way. Normally you've got a teammate
no
who has money as well. That's the other thing. Those two chickens having fun, I think. Yeah.
It's a visual representation of the game. They're just running into a wall then.
Loxic hoping to change that there. However...
Did they... Oh, they didn't nade it. I was going to say, they've forgotten about the nades.
Normally they do nades. There we go, that's the lineup for it.
Pink Seeker's coming in.
There they are. Doesn't do as much damage. I think it's because PHR missed his though, and he actually goes straight down because of it. Karma.
Frustration. I've missed the nade. I've got to kill myself. He's committed seppuku.
That'd be some interesting work ethic, that's for sure.
Did you land your grenade? No. Right. Type killing console right now.
Fairland does even up though. 4 vs 4. So Deadfox and PHR dropping on each side. PHR's had a fantastic game thus far. So in terms of actual quality, you're probably thinking it favours the HellRaisers side, especially now that Issa gets the kill on Grubby as well. Means there's only Caper towards that side, but AGO, they're keeping 2 players towards B. It's a very bold call, and it appears it might be the wrong one with the movement of the bomb. We can see Angel moving towards mid. Caper's got a big ask, and the The question is, can he do much with that M4A1S if they do flock into the site?
Yeah, if he gets swarmed, he's going to need to land an absolute hellstorm of bullets, and doesn't really have the preferred weapon for a scenario like that. 35 seconds on the clock as the push will be coming out. He is the sole defender, but will he be able to keep his site clean of the troublesome terrorists that are invading? Kills one, drops back down, chucks out the Molotov, pre-fires around the angle, but does nothing. And his teammates are being destroyed as well. Angel will cut his way through them, and HellRaisers get the opening round of the 4th overtime.
So the question is, will we see a team get 3-0 on one of the sides? Because that might be the thing that they need right now.
It genuinely looks like it. I mean, that's what we've seen pretty much the entirety of Pro League. If a team is going to win in overtime, they need 3 rounds on one half. That's the only way they seem to close it down. MR3 can be a little bit of a nightmare because of that.
Swagio doing the same grenades towards Banana. However, they've delayed the throwing of the HEs. They double Molotov quite late as well there. And the opponent's fire, PHR in the fire, actually gets the kill, but dies to the Molotov. Dead Fox is on 2 HP as well. A very awkward exchange at Banana. While AGO trade 1 for 1, they will not know that Dead Fox is that low. So potentially giving themselves a chance to capitalize if Dead Fox were to run into a situation. On the other side of things, we see ESL getting a lot of map control. Without expending too much, just use the smoke and the flash. Take it. And AGO, they've made the risk to keep Furlan on his own towards this site. We can see Sparrow, he's somewhat on the quick rotate, he's playing CT. That flash comes in, but it's over the top of some of the players, and they're actually walking in as he throws the smoke, and he just stares at it.
Oh, it's right between the eyes there. Whops out Furlan as he'll connect that shot. And they've got control of the site now. Sparrow going to be coming back around Ben, peers in with the AWP. But it feels like AGO are debating whether or not they want to try and go for a bold play into this one as they do approach. They will have cash no matter what, but it's looking a little bit shaky on the retake. They're going quite slowly into it, wasting a lot of time here. Caper will go down, Woxic will get the follow-up frag as well, and Grubby realizes it's time to save. He is not ready for this jelly.
Grubby's not fully exiting either, that's the thing. He needs to stay alive purely because he can give the gun across to Sparrow. He can drop an AWP for him. However, he's actually staying quite close. Does fall as well. Woxic should be able to stay alive too. So you can see the money. You have a few players who can drop an AWP across, but you definitely can't go double AWP here, I feel. PHR will be the one to drop that AWP across. HellRaisers have an opportunity to go 3-0 here. The T round's working in their favour. Woxic catching up to the actual kills per round to make it 1 as well. 43 for him in the 50.
Good stuff to see. Back into it now, the aggression from Sparrow. If he takes this fight towards mid, the angle is going to be favouring the T-side AWPer. That'll be Woxic to punish him. Awkward confrontation there. Transfer damage onto Furlan and Caper. Furlan pushes down, but Angel will be ending them, Ben. Surely this is the first time we'll see a team actually pick up 3 rounds here on one of the 2 sides.
PHI is still here. He's going to Molotov the corner. Woxic, he's going straight through, but he's silent for so long.
He was a bit cold.
Molotov does come in, but PHI uses smoke instead. And Bondic, Sparrow tries forcing the issue at mid. This is definitely looking at 3-0. HellRaisers just need to decide which site they want to go to make sure they get the trades if they do go.
Oh, Grubby with the timing. Listening out here. Tucks himself into towards the wall. If they don't clear this angle, it is going to be awful. He gets the backstab off, but they're pushing straight through Boiler with no knife! What? Ben! What's Angel doing?
I have no idea. That was just so bizarre. There's no need to have your knife out. Thankfully, Bondic will deal with Grubby towards Apps, and it is just PHR left. 1v3. It's a huge ask, that's for sure. But it's definitely still winnable. Although, quick switching the flashbang is not going to help.
No, there's been a bit of a awkward spot there. But there we have it. Finally, a team have been able to pick up all of the rounds required. And this seems to be the only way you will win these overtime games, Ben.
Yeah, the 3-0 comes in. HellRaisers finally composing themselves to get that on. But can't but feel like AGO, they should be able to reset off of that. They should still be able to. It's not gone just yet. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw HellRaisers do something quite wacky, because they know they've got the room to actually play with.
Yeah, you have that availability to try and go for sort of shock and awe style plays, something that is very unorthodox that potentially wouldn't be expected to give you the edge. Because they have 3 rounds to close this one down, the most of a lead they have physically had into overtime. AGO would need to have a flawless half here on their T side to extend it, keep it going, to give them then another chance to win the game. Molotov's going to be casted out towards Banana and T steps. Woxic with the aggression, slays Furlan, tries to get the flick around the second man, but Grubby trades it back, Ben.
Oh my word, the aggression! Bondek takes down Sparrow, and that's actually a man advantage due to Woxic falling down in mid after getting the opening kill. They finally get themselves in an advantageous spot, whilst on match point as well. AGO, they have control towards mid, but Banana is completely in control of HellRaisers. Some decent grenades available from AGO as well. And that smoke was meant to go into apartments, but it's landed up short.
Not ideal.
Not ideal.
4 versus 3 here. HellRaisers going to lose a man as Dead Fox will go down, eliminated by Grubby. The push comes out towards the A site here. Flashbang through the smoke. Angel still finds the kill though, and it is up to PHR and Caper to win it in a 2-on-2 firefight. 40 seconds left on the clock as they go in towards the A site. They need to try and pick up these kills, but they're going to go down. Ben Caper trades it back, and Caper will be eliminated. In the end, it is a victory from HellRaisers. They required all 3 rounds to be able to win it, as they will pick up 1 on their CT side and close it down. There you have it. HellRaisers are your victor in our opening match here versus AGO. Another game to go. Yeah,
very hard-fought map, I think it's fair to say, right? But HellRaisers, technically, they've been made to rue their missed chances, right? They were 15-9 up in regulation. They couldn't quite get around just to win the game. Then they go into various overtimes, and it actually takes, you know, as you mentioned, a 3-0 to actually get it done.
Yeah, it's rough, but that seems to be, you know, standard.
Especially on Inferno as well. That's the main culprit when it comes to actually overtimes going back and forth.
Yeah, because otherwise, you know, you do just see teams doing unorthodox strategies, just pushing in, and you've all got cash, so you never really get that knock-on effect. And Inferno is a map that right now is quite balanced between the 2 sides, so there's never really one clear defined victor, which is a little bit awkward, but obviously in the end, that is the loss for AGO. A lot of rounds played there, nearly 2 games in 1.
Yeah, the best bit for them, though, is they've still got the point guaranteed, right? They can go into Dust 2 and think, technically, we probably should never have gotten to overtime anyway. They were 15-9 up, they should have done much better. And if you think about how the previous matchup went, it was 16-6 when they last played Inferno. 28-24 is quite different.
It is, only a little bit, but,
yeah,
you know.
It's nearly triple the length of that previous one. That's kind of crazy. And considering the last matchup we had in Dust 2 was 16-2 in favour of HellRaisers, we might very well have tripled that based on that matchup. Yeah,
which could be absolutely lunacy. Obviously, the next map to go is Dust 2. Another one that will be potentially a bit of a slobber knocker if it was anything like the matchup we just witnessed there, Ben. Any final thoughts on that matchup before we head off to a break before the next game?
I imagine momentum is in HellRaisers' side going into the next map. And based off of that, I wouldn't be surprised if they were to actually take control of this one and actually take it quite quickly.
Well, we'll find out when we get onto Dust 2, our last map, now last game of the night. We will see you there after the break.
ESL Pro League is brought to you in part by Intel, Vodafone, The Road to Odense, Betway, MSI, Logitech G, Pay Safeguard, Mountain Dew League, and ESEA.